He does a show. Okay. All poppers.
The big oh, the crowd goes wild. I know one person watching already who's going to watch you walk in the frame and get real excited.
No women got excited about me in a long time.
Same here, Oscar. Same here. He's slender.
You don't get me if I go home shit. On the big world. Big world. That's what there's been going on in now.
How we doing, big dog? Good. do a game like this one day.
What?
What's up? Put the GoPro right here with the wide angle.
Get excited.
Put the arms up. Woo! Yeah! Let's go! And if you need to call anything up to me, Tony, that changes,
Okay.
we'll be good. I understand today's a tough day.
Yeah, and you should bring right there.
That's what I just said. I should strap the GoPro right here and
Just, yeah, right there. As long as you feel comfortable, man, stay right there. You damn free.
give the people a wave. Let them know our guy from New Orleans is here.
I won't have it on, though, because I'm watching live, though. Still, I'll get a call.
we can watch it back.
Yeah. Now, this is the fact. You guys keep me alive, man. I'm telling you.
I'm glad that there's a bunch of avenues to get your games, you know?
Yeah, I saw it. When you guys have them on there,
Yeah.
when I see them, I'm usually, I try to pick them up and go, okay, I know I'm hunting, but I know that, I look for your games and all of them.
Yeah.
That's every bottom.
Yeah, and I mean, between us and the association, there's games all days of the week, so
Love it, man.
it's great.
And it's clear, too, you know, and I'm watching on a little phone, too.
Yeah.
I'm getting still the same joy.
That's why I went with the GoPro, because I'm like, a lot of people are watching on their phone, so if I can get it up to 1080,
I love it.
it's a little bit clearer.
I love it. It's real clear. It's real clear.
Excellent. I'm glad it works out.
I don't want to let you on the streets. No, you do real quick. I tell them, I want to work. I was going to bring it on.
Real quick.
Thank you. Adam, at the end of that lineup, you got second glass or Earth.
Samuels.
Samuel's glass. I mean,
Irving's 9, Cordell's 9, Shavante's 10,
Okay.
and then Ron's 8.
Okay.
You all good? Perfect. If you need anything, just come on up and you can take a look at whatever. It is a smoking hot Monday evening here live from the Park District of Forest Park, and the road to No Glove Nationals is even hotter. We are just a month away from the No Glove Nationals 16-inch softball tournament, the 57th annual. I want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. Adam Cumby coming at you live from the booth on Field 1. That's Oscar in the blue. We've got March and BTA. BTA, the visiting team, working on their defensive sheet right now. But it should be a good game between two teams with great records. March 6-2, BTA 5-3. Just transcribing these defensive notes real quick. Both teams a little short, so Everything happening a bit late, making sure everybody on the lineup showed up before we got the rosters up here, but I do believe we are all good to go, both teams with all their players. I want to thank everyone for joining over in the chat. I will get to you in a minute. As I said, March, the visiting team, BTA. At bat, BTA starting things off. It's going to be Tommy Washington, then Wes Shannon, Anthony Brewer, Freeman Booth, Dave Bradford, Leonard Harris, Dan Todd, sorry, Ron Jones, Cordell Irving, and then Shavante Samuels. Defensively for March, left to right, Tom Lentine Jr., Zach Solario, John McElvain, Paulie Palkey, Reese Miles, Chris Miller, Roberto Villalobos, and Jake McTeague. And then Tom Lentine Sr. on the mound. That one, a first pitch swinging out to center. Zach makes the catch. And then behind the plate is Ian Pragovich, I believe, crossed out and rewritten. But there's one quick out to get this one started. As I mentioned, it's very hot. No windows up here in the booth, but the breeze is coming in, wind blowing in. We'll see how that affects the hitting. So up now, Wes Shannon, a.k.a. Wes Vapes, turns on that one into right, drops it at the feet of John McElvain for a one-out single. Yeah, you are correct, Peoria Matt. It's going to be a test for the equipment in the booth. Very hot. Already got one warming message, but we'll see how everything does. So here's Anthony Brewer, the center fielder, takes a ball. We'll run through the chat right now. Peoria Matt here before the stream even started. Brewer lifts that one into right at McElvain. McElvain camped under, throws to first. McTeague off the bag, though, and there's two down. Want to give a shout out also to Russ Delude checking in. Airborne over on Twitch. Nathaniel Early, thank you for the stream. Adam, thank you for joining as always. Lamont Darty and Mike Darty both checking in. Glad to have you guys with us. Like 7 inches from the midday sun. You are absolutely correct. And I want to give a shout out after this next pitch. Freeman takes a strike to our friend Jim Macy. Usually he checks in from New Orleans, but today he came up to the booth and he checked in from Forest Park. So he's here for the next couple weeks. Senior misses with a ball. He's sitting down the right field line right now under the scoreboard. He was very excited to come up here and say, hey, I was equally excited. So glad to have him here. Fouled off to the left side. He came in, he yelled, checking in from New Orleans, and I knew exactly who it was right away. So BTA catcher with 2-2 count. Hits that one into left center, tailing away from Zach. Wes around third, bobble in the outfield. Wes is going to score, so BTA with a 2-out single, score a run and strike first. Of course, for me, a little inside baseball. If I seem a little disorganized or scattered today, I literally came from the hospital, so that's how things are going today. But couldn't miss this doubleheader. March playing both games here tonight. Going to be BTA and then Dirty 38s. Dave Bradford checking in. We're going to get him up here one day. That one over to the right side. Berto bobbles off his side, throws over to first. Dave beats it down the line. So first and second here with 2 down. Looked like Berto might have kind of tripped over himself as he was ranging to his right. Nice sliding catch over on field 2 from Tyler Atkins. That one from Harris hit up the middle to Miller. Miller bobbles, throws to second. Oscar calls him out, gets him on the stretch for out number 3. So Bradford called out at second. Bang, bang play, but Oscar calls it that way. So after the top of the first, BTA does score first. It's 1-0, and March coming right up. So BTA strikes first. Here for March, the offensive batting order is going to be John McIlvain, Tom Lentine Jr., Nick Burt, Zach Solario, Jake McTeague, Paulie Palkey, Chris Miller, Tom Lentine Sr., Reese Miles, Ian Pregovich, and Roberto Villalobos. So it looks like Dave Bradford's going to be on second. We had some late switches here for BTA, so we're just getting that sorted out. First pitch from West to McIlvain hits the plate. And a couple reactions to that play over at second. You certainly don't love it that early in the game when there's that hesitation to make the call. Strike two from Wes. Oscar thought about it, ultimately called him out. A couple runners would have been in scoring position there for BTA. McIlvain flips that to the right side. Bradford under towards the line, makes the catch for out number one. Someone to my left just said, if you ran that fast to second, you would have been safe. That's friendly fire right there. That's someone in a BTA jersey. So one down here for Tom Lentine Jr. Takes a strike. Little deep. There's ball four. So Lentine takes a walk. That brings up Nick Burt with a runner on first. So 3-0 here. That one just misses outside. So back-to-back one-out walks. While we're at it, want to give a shout out to the 45s for winning the SSA Midsummer Classic at Bulger Park. Jeff Mastari, the MVP. There's a strike from Wes. Let's see if he can settle into that zone. Zach fouls that off to the right side. Pop up into right. Bradford ranging out. Gets called off in right by Ron. Gets the ball into Tommy, so an important second out there. Good job by second base and right field to communicate on that one. 2 down, 2 on, and here's Jake McTeague with the rally flow. Said he had to change some things up with the bleached lettuce. Flips that into right. Ron just a step away, but it does land foul, so tailed just a bit too much off the bat of McTeague. Nice breeze blowing in from the outfield. Just missed deep. Little bit deep once again. Three one here to McTeague. Flips that to the right side. Once again, right at Jim Macy. Nice play from our friend from New Orleans. So 3-2 here to Jake. 2 on, 2 out. Jake hammers that one up the middle past West. Is that going to bring in 2? McIlvain around third. West throws home. Ball is dropped. 2 score. McTeague around to second. Takes a big turn, but he's going to hold. Good ball there from Jake McTeague. Puts March on top 2-1. West cut that one off just beyond the mound. If that ball's caught at home, that was right in the tag zone. Likely would have gotten him, but a bit too much mustard on that one. Got to the backstop, and here's Paul Palke. Not sure what that cut is on the shorts. It's like a pirate style capri. Paul hits that one over to Harris at first. Steps on the bag for out number 3, but March get 2. BTA chasing 1 coming up in the top of the second. So top 2 here for BTA. It's going to be Todd, Jones, and Irving. Happy to have you all with us. Been a busy week at the park, especially with these 90-degree temps. The Park District of Forest Park Aquatic Center has been bumping. Hit capacity the last several days. Of course, you can buy your day passes ahead of time online. Just head over to our Facebook page, see the pinned post, or head over to pdofp.org and check out our Amelia store. Get to skip the line, which is my favorite part, get in the water quicker. That one from Dov over to short, off the hands of Reese. Hit that one hard. He's standing on first. So we'll get a courtesy runner here. That's going to be Brewer running for Todd. Ron Jones stepping in. You can kind of see on the jersey and the shorts how much wind is blowing right now. You can't see it as much in the trees in the distance, but definitely on field level. It's a bit more intense. Strike 2 there from Lentine Sr. Illegal pitch. Flipped over to the left side. That one lands foul for strike 3. So out number 1. Cordell Irving stepping in. 1 on, 1 out. That one hammered between third and short. One out single, and in steps Shavante Samuels, cap. Hits that one into right center. McIlvain chasing it over, slides, gets under it. Good catch there from Johnny Mack for out number 2. The lanky right fielder glided like a gazelle, slid and held onto it. Great catch there from Mack. So 2 down, 2 on, back to the top. Here's Tommy Washington. Hits that into center. Zach slides. Oscar says that one hit the ground. Hey, he does call it out. So after a little bit of confusion, Oscar inevitably calls him out, says that Zach was able to get his hands under it. A little bit of frustration from the BTA side in back-to-back innings for the final out. Nothing doing there in the top of the second. March coming up with a 1-run lead. So we're going to have Dave Bradford come to the mound. Wes Shannon move over to second. I think the frustration is probably less with the actual call and more with the fact that he pointed to the ground first and then called him out. So there was a little bit of indecision there. Ultimately called him out. So it's going to be Chris Miller, Tom Lentine Sr., and Reese Miles here for March. 1-run lead. That one catches the plate. There's a strike. So we do have the BTA outfield for you. I just had to make sure everything was labeled correctly. Miller hits that one over to third off the chest of Todd. Nice catch for out number 1. So it's Brewer, Cap, and Ron in the outfield. Todd, Washington, Irving, Wes, and Harris in the infield. Dave on the mound. Freeman behind the dish. So here's Senior with 1 down. Takes a ball off the plate. Two innings in. It's been a wild ride so far in this one. Nice pitch there from Bradford. Senior hits that into center right at the feet of Samuels for a 1-out single. Get a courtesy runner. Palky's going to run for Lentine. 1 on, 1 out for Reese. There's a strike. Good pitch from Bradford. Reese hits that to the right side. West with it. Throws to second to get the lead. Kind of cocked like he was going to throw to first. Saw he had a little bit of time, so threw to second to get the lead runner, keep him out of scoring position. Reese now trading with Pauly standing at first, 2 down. And Ian Pragovich steps in. This is outside. Bradford, one of those guys that can do a little bit of everything and do it well. I've seen him make a nice rangy catch over at second, now pitching. That one up the middle, off the hip of Irving. Reese is going to hold at second. Hit it. Hit it hard, just jumped up the leg of Cordell. In steps Berto. 11 hitter for March. Over to third. Nice catch. No dirt. Got the hands under it for out number 3. So nothing doing there for March. Big stop for BTA. Still chasing one. We head to the top of the third. So top 3 here for BTA. Down 2-1 right now. They're going to send 2, 3, 4. Wes Shannon, Anthony Brewer, and Freeman Booth. Been a frustrating end of the last 2 innings for BTA, so hoping they can harness some of that here with the meat of their order. West flips that to the left side. Junior down under, gets his hands under, and makes the catch. So quite a few sliding catches already. We're only in the top of the third. 1 down. Here's Anthony Brewer. Brew playing left field for BTA. I believe we've seen him in center for a majority of our streams going back the last couple seasons. But a very quality outfield with Brewer, Ron, and Cap. That one hangs in the zone from Senior. Hits the front of the plate. Brewer rolls over that one, foul. I want to give a shout out to my neighbor Mike, who just texted. I believe he's watching at home. Not sure if he's watching with Uma, but if he is, thanks for joining, Muma. Trivia teammates. We're all right. That one into right. McIlvain down. Can't complete the catch, though. No indecision on that one. Runner standing on first. Good effort from Johnny Mac. Kind of overran it and then tried to stretch the arms out to make the catch. Travis, I'm going to break your heart right now. I've just got on normal socks because I came straight from the hospital. Not even cool hospital socks, just normal black Under Armour socks. So that one's on me. Booth hits that one over to second. Berto stays down on it this time, gets the out, but moves the runner up. I don't think I failed any sock checks the last 2 seasons and already failed 2 this year, so I'm definitely not on my game. So 2 down, runner on second, tying run on second, in for Dave Bradford. You're a real one, Travis. I appreciate it. Dave hits that one down the line. Looks like it's hooking, foul. So 1 strike here. I believe they just had a word about Dave's step, making sure he doesn't step on the plate. Strike 2 there from Senior. Liking the New Balance little Dave's wearing with the gold N. Hits that one to the left side. Foul and out of play for strike 3. So the runner held at second on the foul out from Bradford. BTA scoreless there in the top of the third. March up 2-1 coming up. I think so. So top of the order here for March, it's McIlvain, Lentine, and Burt. Someone's going to have to let me in on this. Truly. Strike there to McIlvain. Lifts that into center. Samuels coming in, plays it on a hop. Leadoff single there for Johnny Mack. Flips to the right side. Jones plays it on a hop. Good read there from McIlvain. So back-to-back bloopers dumped in front of center and right. 2 on, nobody out. Couple new names popping in the chat. Mr. Everything Flowers, Ron Forster. Thank you guys for joining us. 90 degrees right now in Forest Park, so unless you're here with an ice cream cone or a slushie, definitely real nice to be watching this from the air conditioning. Burt hammers that into center. Samuels makes the catch. McIlvain tagging towards third. Good throw. Slightly offline, and then Lentine goes up to second. Real nice throw from deep center field from Shavante Samuels. Just a bit offline, but the throw did get there just before the runner. Both runners advance either way on the deep fly out from Nick Burt. So Zach takes a ball with 2 in scoring position. Johnny on third, Tommy on second. Into right at Jones, makes the catch, throw comes in. Bradford cuts, throws towards third, and they get him on the cut from Bradford. The run does come in to score. Zach flies out, and then Junior cut down at third. Looked like a quick tag over from Todd at 3. Get him for out number 3. We head to the top of the 4th. March is now up 3-1. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Nathaniel, and of course our guy Curtis King. It's a song we made up, so it's like your Bango Bango Bongo for a double play, right? Okay, I get it. A custom song is way cooler than me saying 3 very basic random words, so might have to pick those ones up, learn that from you guys. But right now, 6, 7, 8 here for BTA. Harris, Todd, and Jones. Mark Munizzi checking in. Hail to the king between innings. Heck yeah, sir. Phil McHugh checking in as well. I believe Signature next week has a doubleheader. That one from Harris flipped into left, right at Junior for out number 1. I say I believe. I know because I put that graphic together that goes on between the innings. Looking forward to that. We've all got a bingo, bango, bongo, right, Kurt? I mean, come on. Hits the first pitch high and deep. Junior chasing it back over the shoulders, off the hands, can't make the catch. Bobbled in left, big turnaround second, heading to third, and he is up easy on third base. So 1 out, 3 bagger. Puts a runner just a stone's throw away for Ron Jones to bring in. Mark, I will personally see to it that our ice cream and slushy machines are fully functioning by next week. Nice hit there from Ron. Good hustle down the line to get in. Get another run on the board for BTA, chasing 1 RBI single there from Jones. So runner on first, 1 down. Cordell Irving hits that into right at McIlvain towards the line, out number 2. You know, Nathaniel, I've heard that song a bunch of times before. Never knew what the lyrics were, so thank you for filling me in. Big lead off first on the pitch. Jones does get back in time. Samuels hits that high into center. Zach a couple steps in, freezes, and makes the catch for out number 3. But BTA get 1 back still, chasing 1. March coming up in the bottom of the 4th. Personally, I'm a fan of any song that brings you a 12-pack, so I'm definitely a fan of that one. I won't sing it until I hear the rhythm, though. That's, you know. So March here in the bottom of the 4th, 5, 6, 7, Jake McTeague, Paul Palkey, and Chris Miller. 1-run lead right now. I got a little one for all our Truly guys here in a second after this at bat. Illegal pitch there to McTeague. Jake hits that one into center. Leadoff single.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh no.
6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
So Paul Palke here with a runner on first, nobody out. Good pitch there from Bradford. High fly ball into left. Brewer a couple steps for out number 1.
Oh, yeah!
So 1 down, runner on first here for Chris Miller. Mill's looking great, by the way. He walked by with an ice cream cone earlier. Said, I lost 40 pounds. I might as well, have an ice cream cone. Very refreshing. I said, the cone looks great. You look better, man. There's a strike. I sing every song like I'm about to get a record deal, so you never know who's watching. That one misses outside. Nick Lawrence checking in. Wilbert Ward checking in. That was stone cold. Absolutely. That one up into the outfield, just past short center. McTeague gets to second. Had to pause just in case that one was caught. Gets over to 2 in time. Yeah, I believe I put the stone cold thing on my soundboard for no gloves. Of course, we got our beer tents over on Harrison and by the main entrance. I'm excited. We are in full planning mode for that. The 57th annual No Glove Nationals 16-inch softball tournament, July 24th through the 27th. Playing games the 22nd. Senior takes a strike. Good pitch from Bradford. Hits that one right to Washington. Tries to catch Miller, but gets back in time, so 2 down. Reese Miles here, 2 on, 2 down. Just misses outside. Ball deep. Ian on deck. There's a strike. Strike 2, good. Battle back for Bradford. Got McTeague on the pump. Could hear all the March guys go, whoa, whoa. And there's ball 4, just misses outside. So bases are loaded now. 2 outs. Lots of walks today.
It's just one of those days.
Strike 1 there to Ian. Hits that one back to Bradford. Easy throw over to Harris at first. Steps on the bag. The bases loaded, threat erased. Good pitch there. Ground out back to the pitcher for out number 3. So March holding on to a 1-run lead. BTA coming up in the top of the 5th. Of course, no sandstorms here. A great job by our maintenance crew. Been pretty dry and hot here lately, but the dirt nice and watered, everything well taken care of. Shout out to our summer crew. Of course, after this, we've got March taking on Dirty 38s, and then tomorrow, Goodwood versus Future and 40 Deuce versus Splash. So lots of softball to be had. A month away from no gloves. Top of the order here for BTA, Tommy, Wes, and Brewer. It's tough sometimes, these all dirt infields on a windy day. Washington takes a strike. Hits that back to Lenti. Nice catch. Good hands there from Senior. The duality of softball of screaming liner back to the pitcher, catches it, and then over on field 2, somebody hit a ball all the way to the third base foul line over here on field 1. So 1 down for Wes. Hits that one hard to the right side. Just past Jim, over to Dom from Dirty 38s. We'll be seeing him in a little bit. Yeah, if you saw on the top left or top center of your screen running all the way to the top left of your screen, that was the right fielder for Iron. Some say he's still running. Forrest Gump style. Assuming they have everyone, that's probably Toomey and right as Wes hits that one up the middle. Mills, nice play. Up easy with it. Throws over to McTeague for out number 2. So 2 down here for Brewer. Strike 1. Nice pitch there. Finds the outside of the zone. Brewer off the fist. Hits that one into center. 2 out single. Kind of moved in on him as he swung, but able to lift that one over the infield. Keep things going here for Booth. Over third, another big 2-out hit there. Now runners on first and second for BTA. So we're going to get a runner over at first. Should be Wes, but Wes is hanging out under a tree over there on the right field side on the first base line. Now he's coming in. Yeah, 2-out rally. We've seen a lot of 2-out scoring here these last few weeks. Teams buckling down when it counts. A lot of big comebacks, too. I believe just the Dirty 38s doubleheader was an 8-run and a 7-run comeback, 1 against, 1 for. We'll see them taking on March after this one. As Lil Dave takes strike 1. Hits that one off. Senior shin over to third. No play to be had, so 2 quick outs, and then the bases suddenly loaded here for BTA. And here's Leonard Harris. So the man known as Dre with an opportunity here to at least tie it up. Takes a strike from Senior. Good to see he's okay. If that ball was fresh out of the box, that shin might feel a little bit different. Grounder back to him, though. Backhand flip to McTeague for out number 3. So back-to-back bases loaded situations, ending with a ground out back to the pitcher. Good job from both men on the mound. March still with a 1-run lead coming up here in the bottom of the 5th. So 11-1-2 here for March. It's going to be Berto, then Mac and Junior. Yeah, you are correct, Nathan. A lot of space behind on that one. Takes a strike. Fouled over to the left side. Duff can't get to it. Hopping over the fence to get it. Over towards our concession stand. Of course, while we wait, make sure if you're in the area, stop by concessions. Delicious soft serve, slushies, hot dogs, pizza. I think pickle slices, if that's your thing. That's right. We're marketing pickle slices, baby. So the ball back to Bradford here for Berto in the box. Hits that one into the left center gap. Will they cut it off? Brew gets a hand on it, knocks it down. Big turn, heading to second. Knocking it down, kept Roberto from potentially getting to third, but kind of overran it a bit, and he was able to still take second. So now runner on second, nobody out, back to the top of the order. Johnny McIlvain stepping in. Good effort, though, from left to not let that one carry deeper into the gap. It's just a little bit deep there from Bradford. Airborne, they do cost more than a nickel, though. Just a bit deep again. Hit right at Irving, short center. Hit it hard, but good positioning there. So one out. Here's Junior. The sun becoming less and less of a factor. The warmth becoming a little less overwhelming. Still very hot. There's a strike from Bradford. And Leon's getting larger. Junior hits that up the middle. Nice range from Cordell. Dre with it, throws to third. Berto slides in safe. Real nice range, though, from Irving to get to that ball. I thought for sure that was going to get through, and he came out of nowhere. Yoink. So Junior out number 2. Berto standing at third. So here's Nick Burt with a runner on third. 1-run lead right now for March. They'd certainly love another one. They're going to walk Burt. He's going to get a courtesy runner. That's going to be Junior. Burt hit probably one of the hardest balls I've seen the last March game we did since the Matt Mackey over the fence ball in my second no gloves. I believe 2023. 1-1 here to Zach. High fly ball into left. Brewer back over the shoulder, just through his hands. That's going to score 2. Zach with a stand-up 2 RBI double extends the lead 5-2. So 5-2 now. McTeague with a chance to add. Strike 1. High chopper over the mound. Cordell with it. Throws high to first. Dre able to corral it, but just a little bit too much air under that one. Keep that first and third now here with 2 outs. Palkey in. Takes a strike. Hard hit over to third. Todd to Harris. Can't pick it. That one just a little bit deep in the well to try to grab. First and second now. Another run on the board for March. They extend the lead to 4, and in steps Miller. With my limited vision, I don't know how valuable a scouting report would be. It only goes like 20, 30 feet out. Everything else is just a guesstimate. So still 2 down. Ball 1. Good strike there. Miller hits it over to right. Ron under makes the catch for out number 3, but 3 across for March. It's 6-2 now. We head to the top of the 6th with BTA coming right up. So no money grabbers here, but hoping for a couple of ribby grabbers. Down 4 right now. 7, 8, 9. Dov, Ron, and Cordell. Still buzzing from that play from Cordell up the middle. Came from almost the shortstop position all the way to in front of second with ease. Hammered down the line. That one's going to stay fair. Lentine with it quickly gets it in. So a hard, long single there from Todd. Dov starts things off well for BTA. Just what the doctor ordered. And here's Ron Jones. Who? So Dre's going to run for Dov. So Ron slightly choked up on the bat in a crouch. Strike 1. Hits that one back to Senior, knocks it down, backhand flip over to McTeague, gets time. So trade the out for the base. Dre moves up to second. And the ground out back to the pitcher. Good reaction time there from Senior. Irving here with a runner in scoring position. A duck on the pond. Into left, right at Junior. Couple steps to his left for out number 2. See the shadows really taking over the field right now. Got to be a relief for anyone playing defense, and the BTA guys. Their dugout was in the sun when this game started. Good pitch there to start things off from Senior. Flat pitch there to Cap. Hit up the middle, splits the pitcher and the short center fielder. Dre around, Senior with it, but he's going to hold. Potentially had a chance, but a good no throw there. BTA get one back, chasing 3, and we're back to the top of the order here with Tommy Washington. Real good ball there from Samuels. Seen Lentine get to just about everything up the middle. That one hits Tommy. Senior points to him. That was a Highlander moment. Both named Tom, Tommy. There can only be one. Hit hard over to short. Easy throw for Reese. No real run from Washington, so they get one back, but that is all she wrote for that one. BTA still chasing 3. March coming up in the bottom of the 6th. Our guy Joe Tedisco walking down the bottom of the screen right now. Always got to shout him out. So it's going to be Senior, Reese, and Ian. Senior hits that one over to Tommy at short, ranging to his right, fires across, but Senior beats it out. Tough play for Washington, but a good job to get to it. Good hustle down the line for the March pitcher. He's going to get a runner. Reese hits that high into left. Brewer twisting, turning, finally under, makes the catch. Miller tagging to second, so good ball there from Reese, deep enough to move the runner up into scoring position. Thank you, Eddie. That one flipped into right. Ron chasing it back, makes the over-the-shoulder catch, gets it in quickly. Miller's just going to get one bag. Had his eyes on 2, but a good job from the right fielder to get that one in. And also thanks to our Ranger, Eddie, for delivering me an ice-cold bottle of water. Shout out to our Rangers, including our softball guy, Joel. So 2 down, runner on third for Berto. Yeah, real big heads up play, keeping things close. You can kind of see Miller looking left as early as he could, but a good throw to get it in. There's a strike, finds the zone. Foul ball off to the right side for strike 2. Yeah, I had to fast for the last 24 hours. So as soon as I showed up here, I ate 3 Uncrustables and drank 64 ounces of Gatorade. So it was like in high school wrestling when you have to cut weight and then you make weight and then you eat everything you can. That's what today felt like. So 2 down, runner on third. 3-run lead right now for March. Hard double pump and pitch from Dave. Booth laughing at the double pump. That one off the heart of the plate. Berto with the walk and the flip. Nice catch from Johnny Mack on the bat. So first and third with 2 down. Roberto says, I put it on you 2-5. If I was him, I'd say, I don't want it. Take it back. Take it back. High fly ball to left, tailing away from the line. Brewer slides and makes the catch for out number 3, so they're able to keep March off the board. Very important as we head to the top of the 7th. BTA chasing 3. You need 3 to keep this one going. So top 7, 2, 3, 4 here for BTA. Down 3, Wes, Brewer, and Freeman. Speaking of Thunderstruck, wild that the Thunder won. Those poor Seattle Supersonics fans. Really cruddy what happened to Hallie. Definitely hate to see a Game 7 go out like that. But now here, BTA in inning 7, down 3. Must score. Right guys to have up. 2-2 here to Wes. Hits that one hard up the middle, splits the Bermuda Triangle of Senior, Miller, and Reese. And there's a big leadoff single for Wes Shannon. So nobody down, runner on first. BTA with their 3-hitter. Brewer 2 for 3. Hits that one right at Reese, knocks it down to himself, fires across. Brewer safe, good hustle down the line. Thought Reese was going to come up with the circus catch, but tipped it a little bit too far away from himself. Tried to fire a dart over to first, but Brewer hustling all the way out of the box. Now the tying run up to bat. Butter checking in the top of the 7th. Booth hard to Pauly. Brewer far off first. McTeague with the big vert. Doubles him off over at first. So Brewer just a bit too far off the bag on the hard hit from Booth. Jake with the big up, so maybe that rally lettuce really is working out for him. So now 2 down here for Bradford. Lil Dave takes strike 1. Inside. Right after this one, we're going to have March and Dirty 38s. Bradford hits that one over Miller into center. Zach gets it in quickly. West with the big turn. Kind of a delayed turn there. Nobody calling out that he was running home. Not a very important run in the grand scheme of things, but a big run nonetheless. Runner on first now, 2 down, 2-run deficit. Dre, the tying run. Flips that over towards third. Good effort from Palkey. Can't get to it. Just a fingertip away. Go Gadget hands. Two strikes. Good pitch there from Senior. That one into left. Junior slides, gets his hands under for the catch, and that's out number 3. So a good effort from BTA there in the 7th. They get one back, but that is all she wrote. March with a 6-4 victory over BTA. So a good battle in game number 1. March victorious in game 1 of their doubleheader, 6-4 over BTA. They're going to take on Dirty 38s here in a couple minutes. The Dirty 38s going to go do a short abbreviated warm-up right now. March going to hang out in the dugout, cool off a little bit before game number 2. See if they can keep the momentum rolling. And then, sorry, had to do some sign language to Joe. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get everything changed over right now. We're going to make sure to get all of our title cards ready, maybe go grab some ice cream in the meantime, and then we will be back here live in a couple of minutes. So we hope you'll join us for game number 2. If you can't, we thank you for joining us here live from the Park District of Forest Park. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night for our A-League games, but we've got one more great one on deck here with March and Dirty 38. So we hope you'll be able to join us here in a few short